Welcome back to your live continuing coverage of Toy Fair 2015. We are the official live coverage on BeTerrific. I'm so proud of that, excited about it. I'm Michael Artsis. Thanks so much for watching. BeTerrific brings you positive live and non-original and non-live original programming. So you just saw Oakley in the kitchen, which hopefully we'll do a lot more of, and a couple other segments that we're running as commercial breaks to show you some of the things we do. So check it out. You can connect with us on Twitter and Instagram at BeTerrificTV. Don't forget you can email us, connect@beterrific.com. And of course, please do not forget that right now, if you want to engage us as we're doing this, you can go to beterrific.com/live. You can join the IRC chat underneath our video player. You can do that anonymously or create a login and come back as often as you want. So please do that. I'll tell you what, I'm going to give you our phone number too, 201-735-7711, 201-735-7711. We're at the Jacob K. Javits Center in New York City for Toy Fair. We're talking toys, all sorts of fun stuff. We're going to talk a little bit of trends in the activity and mobile and movement space for kids, getting them up and moving and active, and how that's changing. We've got John from Go-Kiddo here. They've got a couple of cool new products, one of them being this device, which is kind of a trike, but kind of not. It takes real power from a human to make it go, and you start with this one that's in the, I don't know, 120 pounds maximum range to all the way up to 360 pounds, so adults can use it as well with their kids and have a lot of fun.
Yeah.
John, tell me about how you guys start by creating this product and how you invent it. Let's start with that.
Okay, great. Well, to be honest, my partner is the inventor of this, and quite a while ago he wanted to become a rollerblader. He wanted to get active himself, and he found it a little difficult. Skateboarding wasn't his thing. He came to it maybe a little late in life, so he thought, how am I going to be able to bomb these hills? He's a Brazilian. How am I going to be able to bomb these hills and get that rush and be safe and not fall and hurt myself? So we thought 3 wheels. You know, he's a physicist and an engineer as well. 3 wheels gives you stability, and then in order to corner, you're going to need to lean into the turn, otherwise you flip out of the turn.
Right.
So he put his mind to creating what you call a cambering mechanism that is down here.
So in automobiles, every tire has there's certain camber. A lot of tires will lean in a little bit, have a negative camber. And so this allows you to camber either way as you're going.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. Yeah, it's leaning. Cambering is a fancy word for leaning.
Sure.
So it allows the frame to lean with you, and then you have two brakes under your weight, and so you can take turns like this and be in complete control and go fast, go slow.
But you have to pedal to get it going mostly, unless you're going downhill.
No, we climb hills on these. Kids climb hills on these. Yeah, you just carve turns to make it go. That's what he discovered later, is that if you keep turning, you keep going.
This seems like an emerging space. There are a bunch of different trike kind of scooters, I guess, if you will. And the scooters seem like they came in the late 90s and have continued to become more and more popular. Is that because it's a great way to get kids more active?
Well, that's becoming, I think, a bigger concern, especially with the invasion of more and more screens into a kid's life. And so parents are looking for ways to get their kids active. You know, we're selling these into PE programs as well, because they say it's exercise disguised as fun. So you get a kid, this is why we're rolling out this line, is something looks really fun, they look at it and they go, that looks cool, that looks fun, something I want to get on. Then they get on it and they're carving and they're getting a full body workout.
And they don't even realize it.
They don't realize it, exactly.
And there's some, as you do it with multiple people, there's team building, there's a lot of fun with that.
Totally.
Okay, can you show us how it leans? I think we can get a shot of this.
Yeah.
Maybe if you know, don't go too far because you're still mic'd up.
Okay.
So let's show you how it leans here.
Okay, so you stand out like this, and then it leans into the turn like this.
You can really lean on it.
Oh, you can totally.
So this
lean
one's rated to 120 pounds. Don't go any further.
No, I won't.
Yeah, but you're really obviously, that's a safety rating because you.
Well, I mean, we put it low intentionally, but I could ride this thing.
Unless you're 120 pounds.
I'm 180. I'm not 120, but I wouldn't ride it all day, but I'd ride it around a little bit. I mean, it's well built.
Right. Very cool.
Yeah.
What goes into bringing this to market, you know, or any product like this, getting it into stores, the distribution? Let's give people insight into that.
You know, I think the most important thing, of course, is you have to be at shows like this. You have to get out in front of people. You can't be in your lab and just doing your thing back in your hometown. You got to get out into the market, and then it's all about people endorsing it, and getting on it and riding it and see how great it is.
We talked before with somebody about the importance of the small toy stores, the small retailers. How much of a big role does that play in what you guys are doing?
We love the small retailers because that's where you get the real feedback. You don't get the volume, of course, but you get the real feedback. You're dealing with mom and pops that are out there on the front lines. They're demonstrating it. They're getting people excited about product. That's really what it's all about. It's not all about the bottom line.
So your partner is the inventor. How did you get involved?
I literally met him on the street back in 2000 when I was involved with the Razor scooters. And he was on an earlier rendition of this product, and he was carving down the street, and I just yelled at him and said, "What is that thing? Get back here."
And Razor had such an amazing launch and rise. Talk about that story, and it just came out of nowhere, and it's still here today.
Yeah.
But it really it flew.
It did.
It really took off.
I mean, my opinion on that is, it was a classic toy that was retooled with a really modern look. And it was durable, and it was portable, and it was just really a smart design.
I think that's what it was. It was a really innovative way to use a scooter, to make it lightweight so you'd take it places, to make it affordable as well, and also with the padding they coupled with it, safe.
Yeah, well, the beauty of it is, I mean, those guys, when they launched it, it was $100 for one of those scooters that now cost you $29 or even $19 when they're on sale. And they were selling them all day long at $100.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
And so this is available. Where is this available, by the way?
It's really available. It's brand new. I mean, this is Trike, T-R-I-K-K-E's new toy division called Go-Kiddo. So this is brand new. So it's available basically from us. Go-Kiddo.
Very cool. And then eventually, because you're at Toy Fair, you'll get other distribution as well.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
And it's got brakes, and
it's got dual rear brakes.
So how much when you're doing this, when you're coming up with it, when you're testing it, how much do you then have to think about safety, and how much does the Toy Industry Association play into getting approval and all that stuff, because they do child safety stuff as well?
I'm not exactly sure how we get certified. That happens via my partner. But I'm absolutely involved with making sure that there aren't any pinch points, there aren't any, sharp edges, even in riding it, that you're not going to be creating something that's easy to fall
hurt
off
yourself
of.
or fall off.
Yeah, we're very, very into safety.
But I mean, that's very important in somebody making a product like this in general, right?
Totally.
Yeah.
No, it's essential.
These are some of the things you have to look out for.
Oh yeah, right? I've got a 5-year-old myself. I mean, if I buy a toy that's going to be unsafe for her, I'm going to be very unhappy.
What was your favorite toy growing up?
I think, as far as I can remember, it was a skateboard.
It was?
Yeah. And I had one of the early clay wheel skateboards, and
really?
I got it at Bullock's. And once I found skateboarding, basically all I did was skateboard and climb trees and play sports,
Okay.
But, yeah.
And did you skateboard to the sports?
Did I skateboard to the sports?
Yeah, I always think of guys who skateboarded. I think of the Michael J. Fox scene where he's hanging on the back of the truck in Back to the Future. Also, there was skateboarding, I believe, if I remember correctly, in Teen Wolf, another Michael J. Fox movie.
Yeah.
That's the way I bought a skateboard. I wanted to be into skateboarding. I was terrible at it, but I wanted to transport. I didn't really want to do tricks that much, which is a good thing because I would have killed myself. I wanted to get from one place to another, and they didn't have longboards. Now they have longboards, which I think I might have been able to do.
Sure. No, it was transportation too.
Yeah.
It was transportation. Then a buddy of mine made a skateboard out of a water ski. That was kind of fun.
So that was like a fiberglass skateboard.
I think it was old school as wood.
Wood.
I could I was small enough I could lie down on the thing.
It's like a boogie board
and
on
knee
wheels.
board on it.
Yeah.
My best friend, he had a dog. It would tow him up the street kneeling on the skateboard.
All of these sound very dangerous.
Yeah, they were. No helmets back then either.
No heads either. Look, Ma, no heads.
It's amazing we all survived somehow.
It is amazing. It really is. And so did you modify your own skateboard? Did you have were you into the bearings? I was totally into the bearings. And then the deck, I had to have the special tape.
Yeah.
And then I had some guy help me make a skull into the deck with the tape. And then the bottom was a special paint job. And did you do all that stuff?
Well, I got to say, I'm a little older than you, clearly. We didn't even have sealed bearings when I was skateboarding.
Really?
It was ball bearings
Yeah.
And you'd take them out and you'd clean them and you'd squirt like graphite powder in
Yeah, I
there.
mean, isn't that that's what I used?
Did you had sealed bearings though?
No, I don't think they were sealed. I mean,
little ball bearings, you put them in there. And
yeah, you put them but they were like, I guess they were sealed. You'd pop the little thing.
Yeah, no, before it was little balls.
Oh, really?
All of it. Yeah, and you had to kind of pour them into the wheel.
You are
and
older
then
than me.
I am older than you. I remember when they came out, Cadillac came out with the first urethane wheel, and it was like my first appreciation for technology.
Wow.
A wheel you could see through. I mean, before it was clay.
Right.
And that
Yeah,
was,
no,
that was very exciting.
Well, I did a lot with rollerblades too.
Oh, you did?
And I
yeah.
used to change the bearings on those ABEC 5, 6,
Oh, sure.
7 they went up to.
Yeah.
I don't know what they are now, probably ABEC 9000.
No, we're still using ABEC 5s in our product.
ABEC 5s?
Yeah, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
And
Still
then
totally
you'd pop
relevant.
them open, you'd oil them, and I'd try and get better bearings. And
Yep.
there were better bearings. I played hockey on them, so there were better bearings for this and better bearings for that. And
Yeah, you got the
better
ceramic
wheels.
bearings. And
Yeah, and then there were better wheels for grip versus better wheels for this, and better wheels for concrete versus the sport courts.
Yeah, you were into it.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't
Absolutely.
it a great workout? I mean, you
It
get
is a
out on
great
those things
workout.
and you're just having a great time. You're flying around.
How important is it for companies to continue to make products like this, to innovate, to keep kids interested in this kind of stuff so that they go and want to be active?
I think that's probably the most important role the toy industry plays, is giving the market new things to keep kids excited, keep them active, keep that imagination going. It's exciting for the toy companies, it's exciting for the kids, it's exciting for the parents. I mean, it's just, that's what's fun. You got to have fun. It can't all be about the screens,
Absolutely. I think it's great.
So
it's very cool. And how did you get to Razer?
That's a long story, but I was doing business with Carlton, who's the president of Razer, before Razer happened. And then he basically, when he became the president of Razer USA, he said, "You want to work for me?" I said, "I'll help you get it going, but I'm going to be a distributor." So,
wow, that's a really great story.
Yeah.
So you were able to cash in nicely there.
Yeah, I mean, they did, I don't want to disclose the numbers, but they did an enormous, many millions their first 6 months in business. I did many less, but I was part of it,
Very cool.
So
very, very cool.
it was a lot of fun.
I like this thing. This is very cool. The Go-Kiddo.
Yeah.
I think, it'd be a lot of fun to check that out. I can't wait to do that. Thank you so much for coming on
Mike.
and talking about the space in general, too.
Yeah.
It's really a great space. It's so important. We got to get these kids
That's
active.
it.
I love it, and that's I'm about. I mean, I remember you never came in, right? They'd ring a dinner bell or something because they didn't have phones to call you, right?
Exactly.
I didn't have a phone. And like the neighborhood, you'd be in the neighborhood and you just keep playing, and then you never wanted to come in.
Exactly.
Ever.
No, I know.
And then you play at night.
You'd be down the street.
Yeah.
It's like dinner time was when we had to be home. Otherwise, my mom didn't know where I was. Your mom didn't know where you were.
No.
We were somewhere.
Right.
Nowadays,
exactly.
it's like you can track them on a.
But I mean, that's good, but we need to still keep them active. I think it's very important.
Yeah.
Get them out there.
And give them good, healthy, active habits for life.
Right.
And it's going to be better for our society. I mean, obesity and all this, it's like a big weight on our taxes.
Some of my best memories are skateboarding or roller skating to friends' houses,
Totally.
or bike riding to them,
Totally,
and then
totally.
exploring the town, and it gave you freedom.
Exactly right. I know.
And
Do
it
you have
was
kids,
great.
Mike?
I have a 21-month-old Jack.
Okay. Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
that's right,
he's a
that's
lot
right.
of fun.
Yeah. So you got it ahead of you. You want them to have that same freedom.
Exactly.
And feel safe.
Well, no. I'm a dad now. I don't want him to have that freedom.
That's right. Yeah,
John,
keep them on a leash.
Thank you so much.
All right, Mike.
I appreciate you coming on. I think
bet.
it's great.
I
And
appreciate
that is
having me.
Go-Kiddo. I'm Michael Artsis. This is your live official continuing coverage of Toy Fair 2015 with the Toy Industry Association from the Jacob K. Javits Center. You're watching on BeTerrific. I'm Michael Artsis. We'll be back with a whole lot more right after this. Don't go anywhere. Thanks for watching.